Hello and welcome back to the 9th Esports World Championships here in Busan, held by the International Esports Federation. We had a banger of a first game there, Israel coming over Thailand in what started as a close-knit game, but eventually Israel did break away with that. Some great individual plays coming out, but now we have the Chinese team, which is actually one of the favorites to win out against the Chinese Taipei team, yes.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. The Chinese Taipei team are really up against it here. The Chinese team are coming in on some red-hot form. They're definitely going to mince away their group, I think, the Tier 1 seeds. Yeah, I think Chinese Taipei have really got a uphill battle on their hands, hey?
Yeah, I think this is a bit more than an uphill battle at this stage. We've seen some of the numbers. I mean, with group stages in international events like this, we do see occasionally a bit of a mismatch. We are going into Inferno. We know how good this Chinese team can be on it.
Which one? Which Chinese team?
The China team, the mainland team. Chinese Taipei right now, I mean, what can they even possibly do? What's the game plan going into this lineup that is possibly like one of the top 4 or 5 teams in China right now?
Yeah, I mean, look, they just got to try and salvage whatever pride they can from this match. I think Chinese Taipei are definitely up against it here. The Chinese team, they've got everything. I mean, they've got star power, they've got tactics, they've got you name it. So Chinese Taipei, I think we've seen them play against Beyond Maple, where they lost pretty convincingly.
16-1 and 16-10.
Oh, it was Golden Mix.
Golden Mix, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, I mean, similar sort of tier there, but to lose to that sort of tier and then come up against a top 4 Chinese team, it's they're just going to get blown out of the water here, unfortunately, but I'm keen to see if they can put up a fight.
Yeah, I mean, crazy things can happen in a best of 1, and this is Counter-Strike. We do see that China team lineup. It's Rick, Bottle, Shuarpei, Yaya, and AE, which is going to be a little bit fun to cast, I think.
I think we'll just go with A for that one.
A, yeah.
And Yaya.
Yaya?
Yaya.
That's Alfalfa from Power Rangers.
I mean, everyone likes Bottle, don't they?
Bottle is
He'd be a crowd favourite.
What are those? Wait.
What? The headphones?
Anyway.
You care too much about headphones.
They're not HyperX, so who cares about them? So, Bolu, Sasaki, Easy Show, Shark, and Barbecue for the Chinese Taipei lineup. And we do say the most recent game against... You got me confused. Golden Mix, yes?
Yeah, Golden Mix,
not Beyond Maple. Golden Mix went 16-1 and 16-10. So, I mean,
Inferno,
maybe something went wrong. Who knows what happened? And to give you a bit of a gauge of this Eclipse lineup, I mean, these guys have taken Vici 2-1.
Yeah.
They took a map off Flash.
We're talking like top tier.
Yeah, I mean,
top tier.
the mainland China scene has come a long way with the likes of Tai Lu competing at minors and whatnot. And this is one of the teams that have, in that upper echelon, a couple of those old Tai Lu of days gone by players in there.
And people who are up in that sort of mix in that echelon. So I think, yeah, I mean, Chinese Taipei probably going to learn a lot this game.
Yeah, I mean, for China, when you come into a game where you're as favourite as this, and you know you have the numbers, the stats, the players, the aim, pretty much everything in your corner, what do you try to get out of anything like this? Or do you just want to get it done with?
China, you just want to get it over and done with, and you don't want to give anything away for the rest of the game. So the scoreline could creep a little bit because they might not put 100% effort into this. They definitely won't need to, I don't think.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be like we saw with MVP against Romania. I think like we just saw them trying to knife and stuff. So we might see a bit of that, see what happens, and have a bit of fun.
And it's interesting when you see these kind of favourite teams to take out these tournaments. They don't want to give too much away, right?
Definitely. In the earlier brackets, you don't want to give anything away. I mean, especially in this sort of environment where, you know, typically you can't counter-strat any team until you see them play. So that's what we're going to be up for here, to see just the knife round just going to commence. And we'll see.
Side of China. Yeah,
we'll see the sides that they pick. I mean, ideally you want to start on the T side, like we were saying, give yourself a good opportunity to set the pace. But Inferno lends itself to a bit of an offensive bias map because there's just so easy to pull rotators away from the defense and get the odd pick here and throw your numbers behind some strategies. So there's a lot of options for both sides, but typically the T side comes out on top.
So we'll see how we go about this. But I think China, also known as Eclipse, are a bit comfortable here. So I don't think they'll be too concerned with which way it goes in. The game should be starting quite soon. Right now, I mean, I'm expecting like a single-digit scoreline, right?
From Chinese Taipei, yeah, you would expect maybe like a 16-6 or something like that. But like I said, depends how much China are willing to give, you know, how much information that they're going to give or show, how much of their hand they're going to show to the rest of the teams here at this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's not to say that we can't, you know, right off this Taipei team all too fast. Who knows? They might bring something special. Maybe the China team gets a little bit complacent. Who knows? But that's a little bit of wishful thinking, I think, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just don't see it. I'm trying to
something, some positives
I just
out of
don't
that.
see it. Oh, it's Taiwan. They lied. Everyone's
it
a
is
liar.
Taiwan?
Yeah.
There you have it.
Who knows, man?
It's a
Doesn't matter who you listen to.
TPCU.
TPCU.
Well, regardless.
Were you dyslexic this morning, maybe, when you were like Chinese Taipei?
Hey, man, they give me a piece of paper. I read the broadcast screen. I try to do what I can, but nonetheless.
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, what else can you do?
So I think we might have a little bit of confusion there, because that is definitely the names of that Eclipse team, which is the China team. There we go. So it wasn't Chinese. It's China against Chinese Taipei. I was right all along. In your face, Ian. Let's go into the pistol round.
I think the memes are just coming out. They're just
they are. They're just like, they heard us and like, let's just spice it up a bit.
I love how it's changing mid-round. I don't even know how that's possible, but it's just happening. Everything is happening at once here. And the T-pistol starting off with a bit of discipline from the offensive team, but China just holding fast around the map and pushing down as well, trying to assert themselves. See Bottle on the aggressive, and Barbecue just cooks him.
Shark. I think Shark is where they got to check that corner. Gets one, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it's a 3-on-3 situation, so nice opportunity here to get towards that B side. There is that just one player holding it down. It is down to Rick. He has to find something. Gets smoked. He's going to push the smoke, though. He walks into a blinded player. Luckily, Barbecue was blind, so he didn't get his head taken off. But that was a very risky play there, and looks like they might just wait for that retake. We do see Shuadapei taking down Sasaki at the top of Nana, and now it's a taunted situation. Bomb down. We don't have a kit on these CTs, so they need to get something done and get it done quick. Looks like both these players will be playing from the wrong position, so interesting little setup. One-on-one. Shuadapei, they know exactly where they are. He's tapped the bomb there, but Barb's not having any of it, but he
goes for the aim duel and gets punished.
Yeah, gets absolutely smashed.
I'd say plenty of time there to defuse. Barbecue will be a bit upset with that, but like we said, you know, lack of discipline from China. They're expected the favourites here, so a bit of cockiness. Yeah,
absolutely no respect there. Just kind of going for those aim duels. Fortunate enough, they do get away with it, but I mean, for the Taipei team to have any kind of chance, you really need to kind of lock down that pistol, don't you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you know, Barbecue did everything he could for that round, but just unfortunately, just went for that aim duel towards the end there. Maybe that's what's going to cost them there, but you know, it's still an opportunity here. They've purchased some grenades and they've got P250s for the long range being. So, like I said, anything can happen.
Is that seen on the other side of CT spawn? Is that where that map is coming up on? The background. Oh, the nade coming out. Shuadapei gets a deuce straight down mid, and there you go. The second round, Taipei not starting out.
Fireworks, huh?
Yeah.
What?
The Chinese fireworks. Well, they sell fireworks here, and you said you don't want to get any. They got like Roman candles.
Well, we totally could have. We totally should have got some Roman candles.
Yeah, we come from a very nannied country, so we're not getting any of that fun stuff. But now it's just down to Barbecue. He's
you wanted to set them off in the hotel. That wasn't going to happen. Barbecue doesn't stand.
You're going to get me in trouble from the officials. So Barbecue here on 42 HP. Yeah, is that on the other side of CT spawn? Is that Inferno, like the other side of the off map?
Have you seen Inferno before, Danny?
The background for the map, though. What I'm talking about doesn't matter. Regardless,
I know what you're saying.
We
go to a mysterious part of the world when we bring up the map overview.
Yeah, it's interesting, but he needs to make one of these work. He doesn't want to give away that FAMAS too easily, but he gets backed up by his mate Shuadapei, who gets a nice little 3K for himself. And look at him. This is all confidence. This is all but a foregone conclusion at this stage. You got to think psychologically this is just the smallest bump in the road trying to get over this team, but Taipei might be able to utilize that somewhat. Get the complacency, the aggression. That first pistol should not have been that close.
I'm not seeing much complacency from China, to be honest, but at the same time, the Chinese Taipei guys, they're giving it their all. They're not giving up. They bought up a little bit into that round. They exchanged a bit of fireworks, but Barbecue had a lot on his shoulders. They're just leaving the bomb
No, really,
behind.
where is that?
That's like T-spawn just outside, looking into the abyss.
Oh.
Yeah. Totally relevant, though.
Totally irrelevant?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, holding this nice angle here towards the top of Nana with that MP9, see if we can use that fire rate to really just shred up any aggression coming from the teams. But it looks like they'll be actually pushing down to get some information here.
It's a good opportunity for Chinese Taipei to capitalize since they have the superior weaponry.
Bottle has got that Galil, so unfortunately he's got the AK, but should make easy work if you manage to just get a glimpse of these aggressive Chinese players. Just for the shorthand, we'll probably refer to China as Chinese players and Taipei as Taipei. Just so we
could go with Eclipse and Taipei.
This is the World Championships. Let's give them their national ropes when they can.
Well, okay.
You want to go with Eclipse?
China and Taipei?
China and Taipei, yeah. I think China and Taipei works. But they're all Chinese players.
Which one are the Chinese?
It's like Chinese Inception here trying to cast this game. Nonetheless, it's 2-0 in the way of the favorite guys. The guns do come out, and we do have just over 40 seconds left to play. All 10 players still alive in the server. Bolu just trying to do something towards Boy. They get taken down. Try to pay. That's mighty sharp there. And they will also take that easy show. So this is just an absolute whitewash right now. Just trying to find something. But dry picking like that against the aim of these Chinese players is not going to work out very well, is it?
No, I wouldn't advise it. As you saw, everything was on Bolu there, but he just gets taken down quite easily. And they're unable to trade. So I'm not sure. They use a lot of time on the clock to get into those positions, but China just relentless. Oh, we see Shark hunts down a couple of replies. 1 versus 3, though.
It's not anything to write home about, but this is what I'm talking about, just kind of the complacency, just walking straight one after the other. Now you've got a 2-on-1 situation. There's 9 seconds left. You will get taken from pit by A, but I mean, that...
Pretty good.
I was just about to say, I was getting prepared to say like a clinical round, 5 up, and then that's not good for the economy.
No, exactly.
It's totally unnecessary.
I mean, China might not get punished for it in the long run, but ideally you don't want to be throwing away a couple of guns like that. So nice work there by Shark. A lot of individual play there. Maybe needed to bust that out earlier on before everyone was dead, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe he needed to, but...
Let's see if he'll be our cold zero for this match.
God, you love finding the cold zero in the server, huh? I have a feeling it's going to be Shuaipei, but yeah, let's look for a cold zero on the Taipei team.
The Taipei cold zero.
You've China-ceptioned yourself.
Yeah. Ish. Well, I mean, I'm pretty confident A would be the Chinese title.
Yeah. But he might just not be able to. He might just not be asked to arrive here. It might just be kind of like, you know, a noob stomp. See whoever can get most aggressive.
It's looking like it.
Yeah.
I mean, these are just pretty simple rounds at the moment. China's not really having to put too much into it. Taipei are just in the server and doing their thing, I suppose, but China's definitely enforcing their power.
Yeah, they're really letting them know who they're up against right now. We do see Shark coming out with that LWP, guns out, decent utility on both sides. What did you say? And here we see the layout where players are heading. Looks pretty standard. Bomb gets dropped towards T-steps, and he might find something. Manages to get the leg onto his counter-op, but not too much damage done there. Easy Show does also get taken down to half health. So, I mean, giving away some really easy stuff there. Like,
but they're surviving. That's the main thing.
Yes, I guess that is. But, I mean, that's...
And they've got a bit of control here. They might be able to take Banana off China. If they can get through this smoke, but Bottle just ruins their day. As Barbecue comes in with a nice reply and takes down 2. So that's full Banana control. If they can beat the CTs into that side, this is a golden opportunity for the Taipei team.
You said golden with some weird emphasis. Am I missing a meme there? Or?
They burst.
Anyway, there, Rick, you really don't want him to get away. Barbecue getting the biggest advantage. But Rick just a bit too sharp with that AK now. It is a 3-on-2 situation. Retake coming on. They do have a molly, a couple of mollies actually, and try to just trying to find something. Yeah, he's down to 9 health, and he's just going to molly out towards that car position. Sasaki knows where that AWP is running out. A's going to get set upon him. That gun barrel sticking out, manages to find one. Bolu will find Shuaipei, so now it's just down to Rick, and he's making a lot of noise here, but I don't think Sasaki is aware of this. He might find an easy kill, but the angle has been found, and the headshot shuts it down, so it won't be a quiet night necessarily. They get their first round.
On the board, boys. Well done. So Taipei, yeah, I mean, no better time to do it as well. Like, it's a good opportunity to reset the economy here for China. So the Chinese Taipei team get on the board. Some great entries from Barbecue, really lighting them up in Banana. And then getting in and securing the deal, getting the bomb down, holding off the retake. It was a bit dicey there, but in the end, they won their aim duels towards the end. Little 1v1s here and there, and that's all they needed to do. Keep it simple, hey?
Yeah, I mean, it's no doubt that they are sharp. They have the aim, but maybe it just might come down to the depth they have on this Inferno if they can really bring anything out when they get put to it, which we'll see shortly. There you go. Yaz in just a world of pain right now. Just Molly's raining all around him. Manages to take the close angle. We'll take the pick towards that smoke there. Nothing happening too much. Getting some nice cover, and Barbecue has the windows. The spray down coming through as well. Manages to get Easy Show down to 2 HP, but doesn't get the frag, and will smoke off once again. Maybe might get a little aggressive. He does have the backing of his teammate Bottle to get the trades, and right now this aggression could shut down this round before it even has an opportunity to start. Shark just giving away his position there, trying to find something, anything with that UMP if it doesn't get too much done, and the spray coming through. Dangerous times for Easy Show. He's standing on the other side of that smoke, considering he's on 2 HP. But right now, the UMP doing some work.
See if he can hunt someone down through that smoke here. 2 versus 5 situation, so not a whole lot they could do. As you can see, China just collapsing everywhere around the Taipei team as Shark again left on his own in enemy territory. And you see here, China just mopping him up.
Yeah, it's a bit ironic there that they were circling around Shark, but he will go down.
Oh, yeah. The Hunter was definitely the hunted there. Shark's been lurking quite a lot, actually. He needs to really assert his strengths. So he's definitely one of the better aimers on the Taipei team. He needs to be out there and making the entries, maybe trading off barbecue or something like that. So, but again, China, they're just basically forcing their will here. The 3-man stack down banana, pretty easy stuff, pretty simple stuff. Taipei don't have an answer for it at this point, so more of that and it'll be quite a quick game if we're not careful. So as you see, China just pushing straight down.
Rick's going to find a hell of a day here, right? He finds one, finds two, finds the third, and their bottle gets one for himself onto the barbecue to the wall as well. EasyShow just holding that angle with the dig. We'll see if he can do some damage to the economy, but at this stage, I mean, it's just a bit of a
about to become a bullet
two, might find three. There you go. It's a one-on-one situation. EasyShow gets an opportunity to pick up a rifle, but has no idea where that last player is in. Yep. Yeah, Schwaderpay gets absolutely
the 3-man stack for banana caught him off guard, but there was some really nice stuff there from EasyShow. Definitely showed us that it might be too easy for him. But I see.
You're just digging now.
I'm just going around. This is all I got right now. Like I can't really say like the strategy from the Taipei team is you know, up to scratch. They're just getting demolished. But if they can bring it down to a scrap fight and an aim duel, then it looks like they might be in with a chance. Yeah,
I mean, they do have to make it as scrappy as possible, right? And definitely know that they have got the aim there. There's a nice little 3K there. This coming upstairs, the timing's not working too well. They can really get an easy frag.
Picks as well.
Yeah.
I mean, as again we see, we've just got the 2 players here for the banana stack, as Taipei is just struggling to get any sort of control. The one round that they got was from barbecue, pushing through those smokes, taking down bottle and getting the entry. So if they can emulate that success once again, we're going to see pretty standard setup here from Taipei. China not going too aggressive for once, but Taipei just not really doing much for the first minute of every round. It's going to come back to bite them. As you see here, nice jump shot there, but unfortunately misses the flick. Good information and good bait there from EasyShow to get the player off position, as Barbecue's just ready to trade out. So looks like Shark and Sasaki over on the other side, just waiting for pushes and aggression from A with the AWP. He is getting quite aggressive as he takes down Bolu. But we see here, the boys just need to just hold where they are, and unfortunately Taipei just have nothing in return.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of look a bit at 6s and 7s at the moment. I mean, we do have that heavier stack towards that A bomb site, but it looks like Schwaderpay might go for a bit of a wander with that AK, so it looks like they might have a great opportunity here. The nades will be utilized this time, so no dry picking. They've learnt that lesson the hard way. It looks like the
might
focus
go for a wrap towards jungle, maybe. I mean, the smoke grenade is there on Diggity, but
Schwaderpay's just going through the field day if this is the case, but it looks like
this could work. The Molotov's really good. 22 seconds on the clock. They've delayed so much time. China in a really good position to hold off this attack.
Oh, that was an important frag there from EasyShow. They got 14 seconds. All the information in the world now. He just drops a bomb carrier. That might be huge. Finds a second. They're picking him one by one. Why are they doing this? Luckily, A misses the shot.
6.
But there's 5 seconds left. He might have the time. I think he might just missed it.
He's got it. Shark needs to cover.
Oh, he gets one. So now it's a 1-on-2 situation there. A missing that shot, but they're going to set up on it. They face him one by one. They're nice angle there from Barbecue. Unfortunate not to get the better of Bottle there. So in the end, it gets really close, but just that was some interesting play just to take that AWP line one at a time. Luckily, they missed that third and got traded out, but that could have been really easy work for him.
Yeah, and I mean, that just comes back to, you know, a bit of lack of experience, maybe cohesion there from the Taipei squad, as the A just made it look really easy. I mean, he's sharp as hell anyway. So
he's good, A.
Yep. Yeah, I'll give you that. You could...
Actually, no, he really shouldn't have missed that third shot, to be fair.
Look, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt. Like,
yeah, that's it.
The guy made it pretty hard. He was like the first guy to actually shoulder peek as well. So I think, is there like, you know how there's like, you know, you can stutter and you can stutter at the beginning of a word. Is there one where like you stutter at the end? Like if you go A and then you go A, yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's how he got his name?
You look too proud. You shouldn't look proud when you say stuff like that.
Is there like a suffix stutter? Is that possible?
Maybe
somebody hit me up with that.
Maybe they had the same name, and they rolled the dice, and then the other one had to change it, and that's what he did.
We'll be in there.
It's like, you know what? If I can't have one of them, I'll have 3 of them. Yeah. But he was shocked. Gets some nice work done with the
yeah.
You're making this hard.
Shark hunts him down. Huh?
Shark does hunt him down, and he gets the AWP, and the bomb will go down. So now it's a 2-on-3. Still quite a bit of utility left, and Shark, he's got to be careful. If he gets overzealous, he's going to give A a very easy pick, and he crosses after that smoke goes down. So
that's a nice play. Yeah. Shorter pie now, and A with everything to do. 2 versus 3. I mean, the rounds are definitely weighing towards China, so not a lot of pressure on them, but looks like they're going to try and retake this regardless. As Pie just wasting some time. Played out Barbecue, and he gets him. But the trades come out from EasyShow too easy. So 2 versus 2 situation quickly turns into 2 versus 0. feel like it's a two-man show here for Taipei. What are you trying to make something out of that? Yeah, I can see the...
No, I thought you made something out of that.
No, I can see the cogs turning. Cogs turning in your head.
Oh, probably clogs up there, to be honest. There's not much...
Pretty popular here, I think, actually.
Clogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, Koreans, they either dress really fashionable or really comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I like the comfortable thing. See, my theory is...
I just dress like a schoolboy.
If you dress comfortable and a bit lackadaisical, not lazy, when you bring it, when you suit, there's more, you know... There's more deliverance. If you wear a suit every day, how do you bring it? If you meet a girl and you're wearing a suit,
how
do you impress her
all
again?
the advice.
Anyway, wonderful work. Gets straight out by bowlers, so now it's down to a 3-on-3. So a little bit of damage done there as A actually manages to find Sasaki with that CZ as well. So the bomb will go down onto that B bomb site, and Shark with AWP should be able to lock it down from...
They've done quite a lot of damage here, considering it's just an eco round.
Oh, for sure. And they managed to get a couple of rifles as well. Bolu. Not careful here.
He has to check that corner. It's the roses. Fakey Bolu.
Yeah. He whiffs a bit of that, but they know exactly where Bolu is.
He's got a Molotov, is it?
Yeah, he misses a Molotov because he goes down.
Unlucky.
Yeah, 10-second defuse, that would
lose a really important round. That's a money reset for them. So China just finding it too easy at this point.
Yeah. Very good stuff. I think he actually looks bored, doesn't he?
No, he's... Well... Yeah. Maybe. Well, I can't really tell.
That's not right anything away.
I haven't really seen the scale of emotions from the Chinese team to understand where they lie.
The Chinese Taipei team might be better on the ZT side. They might have a whole world of tricks on there. The aggression, the aim, easy show, trying to make it look easy. There is still fight left in this team. Let's see what they can come up with.
Yeah, you definitely need to have an easy show on one side and barbecue on the other, and just a sandwich effect down the middle. So
Shark's just kind of caught out.
Fish out of water.
A little bit there. Lucky not to go down. Eventually will get found to the head, but Bolly will trade him with the Mac 10 straight away. And he's just getting super aggressive. He's just going towards that Archer's position, clearing out all angles. He's not going to find too much of a presence there. It's a fairly open A bomb site. It is only just Schwaderpage. Just got to lock it down, and it looks like he'll be recovering. So it looks like if the bomb does go down, little do they know that the bomb is actually towards Apps.
So 3 versus 3 situation. They've had to recover that bomb as he starts coming in now, but Barbecue just roaming around. The Bottle rocks up, collects 2 for his trouble as he rotates through from the B site. So nice retake here from the CT. Bomb didn't even get planted in the end, and the cleanup crew from the B bomb site comes through with the goods in the end.
Yeah, so I mean, when they get the start, you can just see the class of this Chinese team just reigning supreme, can't you?
Yeah, this is just a crushing at the moment. Taipei are just constantly on the back foot, and you know, you feel for them, but you know, this is the only way you get better.
Yeah, I mean, this experience is imperative for their growth as a team, right?
Definitely.
But we see the pistols come out once again. Pretty default stuff coming out from the guys on the Chinese team. A couple of M4s. Rick obviously trying to bank some cash. Really aggressive coming down. So the information's gained here. There's a little bit of team damage there, I think. And does manage to take down Boulder. The spray coming down with Barbecue will trade him out straight away.
Nice strategy there from China to throw the Molotov behind their teammate. No surrender. Just get in there. And easy show with a nice little big boost. He gets 2 for his trouble. Again, nice A and Bottle reply though. It's all left on Shark once more. A bit of a... I tell you what, something about Shark makes me think he's a bit of a beta. You're not good with this, are you, Dave? Come on, keep up.
You know, there's some chum in the water there for him. But is he a beta, or is he just getting caught out in those positions where he's trying to get something done, find an opening for his team on?
He's not finding any openings, mate.
He's just last man up. So
exactly.
I mean,
he's in the deep water and everyone's on the sandbar. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to get up there.
Easy show getting 12 and 10, I do believe it was there, or 12 and 11. So he's got some...
Easy show has an opportunity here. If he can get in behind somebody, he could really be a good second player in. As you just see, he's got that really high sensitivity reply, sort of aim, and he can just snap onto anyone once he knows where they are. The trouble will be, of course, finding them. You see aggressive take on Banana. Players losing a lot of HP in a bit of a spam war, scrap fight through a smoke. As the boost comes out, but you see 3-man stack towards B. It's just hell everywhere.
This is super scrappy here. I mean, I don't know what Barbecue's thinking pushing through before that smoke dissipates. And eventually, it's just a clean up there, just going straight to that bottle neck. It's just totally shut down.
Nearly, though. You know he wanted it. He wanted it.
At this stage, you got to question decisions like that. I know the round is I mean, they're like, hey, we've tried everything that we've got that's kind of intelligent. Let's just go for a low IQ play and just they have to get shredded there.
They just didn't trade out, unfortunately. I mean, I can see what they were going for, but again, China just stacking that banana bomb, B-bomb site with banana and 3 players, and it can be quite tough to tackle if you're not doing it right. And Taipei, unfortunately, going for a lot of the individual aim duels, wasting a lot of time, getting, allowing for rotates to come in from the CTs, and just not doing enough damage quick enough. So they really need to use the clock a lot more efficiently. But you see here, pushing down Barbecue, so lucky this time.
I mean, he's had less luck in that position than he's been successful, hasn't he? He's been there every single time. They're just reading into it now. You really got to find something there, Barbecue, or just, maybe just not stop trying, I guess.
Well, I mean, look, they haven't really found much success across the board to copy from. So they're just going to have to keep trying new things. But unfortunately, Barbecue, he is getting caught out in that position quite often. But it's just an eco round here for Taipei. Not a whole lot to expect as the flash of training. And nice team play there from China, just filling out positions methodically.
Yeah, methodical definitely is the word as they keep 5 up and actually 6 HP damage done to the entire CT team in that half. So, maybe a bit of a nade somewhere or a pistol bullet found at a distance. But it is 12-2, so they have brought up quite well. Shark once again opportunity to get onto that AWP. Not having the best of games right now, going 6 and 13. But at this stage, if
I'm sure we can find someone doing worse. If we look deeply at the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But you've got to give it tough notice. The Chinese players, they're not all going Rambo down middle. Some of them, like Reich, are just happy and content, just sitting back, letting the boys with muscle out the rest of the game. And they're just ready in case anything happens. But again, this is literally a class outfit here from China coming up against Taipei.
The thing is, though, when A's crossing top mid like that, Shark manages to find one onto bottle, try to pay pushing forward and getting the players through. There's a 4K. He might find the 50, and now the knife does come out, but Shark is on the mid. He manages to get a nice one onto Yaya. But yeah, that's they push through the molly. There's no trades coming through. I mean, when you're going through a molly, you're going to be one out player. You got to get that frag, and eventually Taipei gets a 4K, just an absolute cleanup. But Shark there, he did see a cross. He was posted up towards those T-stairs and didn't even take a shot. So, I mean, if you're post up there, you need to find a frag. Needs to find that flick as well. He's missed the second as well. Gets the clock out. He's not going to find anything, and the bait comes through. So, Taipei, team bait for the ace. But at this stage, when it's 13-2, I guess it's much of a muchness, isn't it?
Not a whole lot he could do here. I mean, it was up against him, but he made something of it. He got the bomb down and had a chance, but obviously whiffing those last few shots. I mean, you can just see the difference in the two teams. It's quite obvious. We don't really need to point it out, but you've got to give credit to Taipei that they're still here competing at the 9th Esports World Championship, just giving it everything they've got.
Yeah. I mean, it will be a valiant effort, but hopefully they can get a couple of more rounds, maybe learn a thing or two from this
not just this game, but the other games in their group as well. Like the buck doesn't stop here. They've still got other games where they can come in and really show everything they've got, and at the same time just learn. I mean, that's what it's all about. Just if you're not a top team, you come in, you just want to learn what you can from the event and take it back to your individual teams or teams back home.
Yeah, I mean, this Chinese lineup, aka Eclipse, I mean, if not they're at the top tier, they're definitely pressing on towards being, a world-class team, aren't they? So, lots to gain from here.
Well, they're on the precipice of the top Chinese teams.
Yeah.
So, it's just a matter of time for them. One day they'll win a qualifier in line for something, and off they'll go. Yeah,
indeed the case. But a nice little start here once again. It's just down to Shark and IeSF, the two guys that have been showing us what these Taipei players can do. The shots coming through, you do favour the USP in that situation, but not landing any shots. And he's just really backing himself. He knows they got the numbers advantage. He knows he's in library. IeSF does get the better of him, so it's a 3-on-1 situation. He does need to get the ace to do anything, but that bomb is planted on the wrong side for him, and he just gets a nice 1B onto the head of IeSF. So unfortunately, valiantly done, but that's a lot to ask for a player to get a teammate to win that pistol round. It looks like 14-2, and at this stage, JK's coming out. They want to end this, and they want to end this quick.
Yeah, and you can't really blame them trying to have the ability to do that. Like we talked about earlier, where some teams may get a little bit complacent with the skill gap and forfeit a few rounds. But at the end of the day, just any time spent away from the server is going to help you out because you're just going to be more rejuvenated for the other games.
Yeah, it seems like they've made quite efficient business out of this Taipei lineup, as we do see the heavier presence towards that 9 position. We see 2 players on that B-bomb site, just a couple of deagles there in the CZ on to Barbecue. It looks like they're just going to commit to this. They're just going straight through. They're relying on their aim. They're relying on their firepower. They know they can clear this site. So it might take a bit for these CT players to try to save anything, maybe do a bit of damage. But Rick has already spotted one. The smoke will rain down, and Shark just holding towards the back of the site there. See if we can get a couple of 1Bs happening with the Deagle.
China really just want to wrap this up right now. A minute 14 left on the clock as we see a bit of damage coming out from Taipei. They haven't really given anything. They're just holding their positions, and here comes the execute from China.
Yeah, so easy show. Just couldn't see a single thing holding that position. Now Shark has to get something done. Molly rains out even after. A little bit of team damage done there. And a bit over-eager. Age just spamming through that smoke. But not on the other side, but little does he know. X-Ray is a wonderful thing for us.
Wouldn't mind having it for a few comp games myself.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole. As we see, 5 on 3. But to bring up match point, probably knows that no one else is coming for him as well.
Ample opportunity for a knife frag there. But as you see, China mopping it up once again. Sasaki goes down. Hasn't really put up much of a fight this game. Haven't seen much from him at all. But we can see China just ready to roll out some GGs here. Chinese Taipei, they've got nothing in the bank. Absolutely nothing. They're going to scrap together what they can. Get the savings out. If only you could go into debt in this game. Like, if you could gamble debt, that'd be so good. But we don't need any more gambling.
The economy already is so hard to manage. Could you imagine just like, all right, guys, your IGL would need to be an account.
First pistol round, you would just gamble like CT all or something, and then come into the next round. Even if you lose, you have M4s.
Yeah, but that's an exciting thought, though, right? Maybe if this 10, 20 years when CSGO reaches its lifespan, because that's how long.
I don't think the gamblers need any more enabling. Danny, I think we should just... I retract my statement.
Okay, there you have a follow. Just holding this cover position. We'll find one to try to pay. Needs to find a second team frag coming down from A, but he does find 2 more as well.
Give him the ace.
Doesn't make a difference.
AAR.
Yeah, that's probably what the Taipei guys are saying. I hope that wasn't racist.
Oh, no, it can't be. It's just a couple of letters.
It's just a couple of letters repeating themselves, indeed. Shark and IeSF, we've seen this before. They've got the CZs in hand. IeSF manages to get a UMP and a smoke, so this is kind of doable right now, but I will take him down straight away with the bullet. So now it's just down to this match point. Shark's got a kit, hasn't got much out. Actually manages to get a molly as well, but the CZ has find one at Porch, manages to get higher. They know exactly where he is, and he's not going to expect A to be holding this angle. He's going to be caught off guard, which he does. Crisp shot onto the head, and there you have it, 16-2. That is pretty much the way we thought that proverbial cookie would crumble, isn't it, Ian?
I actually thought it would be a little bit closer, but that was just a whitewash.
They are really not that ecstatic either. They're just like, whatever, we got it done.
I mean, it's just a formality for these guys. I mean, it's literally, these guys are essentially a gun round, and the other team is an eco at this point. So, you got to hand it for Taipei for rocking up and giving it what they could, though. They didn't give up, and they did everything they could. And unfortunately, China is a stronger team. They're one of the best teams at this event, and it'll be interesting to see how they go once the group stage culminates.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you have it. Unfortunately, it does go down 16-2. Not too much of a fight, but that you do get that in kind of like early stage of tournaments like this. Teams that are just a lot more experienced, a lot more put together than
I mean, these guys are,
others.
Like I said before, these are the Chinese outfit is one of the top teams in China. And, it's going to be a really tough ask for anyone at this tournament to come up against them. So it was a big ask for Chinese Taipei, but they gave it everything they had.
Yeah, I mean 16-2, no one wants to be at the end of that. But what can they possibly take out of that?
Well, to take out of that, I guess, is just to, probably need to work better as a team, maybe utilize players a little bit better like Shark and get some trading more efficiently happening. But apart from that, not a whole lot to take out, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, well, there you go. I'm sure they will look back on that and gather something. But nonetheless, we have Australia taking on Switzerland for some exciting Group A action that is just on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.